Hey, what's going on, Bones? How you doing, brother man, Bones? I'm over here in Alaska trying to grind out some of these big fish again. You know, I just started the stream, you know, just started to see if people wanted to come in and chat about fishing or UFC. You know what I mean? I really need to do a little bit of fishing, but I also need to get that UFC beta going because we only got a few more hours left. Baby!
Shut up. No, I'm really sick of you. Shut up. Oh my god. I'm punching you. You know what? I'm sick of your mouth today.
Abby, stop it. Right. How many kiddos you got, Bones? How many kids you got, brother? And what level are you on here on the game? What level are you on, Bones?
Remember when I had my puppy? Pick the puppy up, run it outside, toss it down. Like, no, you're supposed to be out here. Get excited.
Well, that's cool, man. It's cool to get just people on here that just kind of want to hang out. You know what I mean? Hey, baby, do we have another light, another bulb?
No. I was gonna like melt it and put it in my I don't have all them. I don't have all them special.
I can't go and bought that.
Oh, yeah, you showed me a plate, you know? What's up?
I bought the cinnamon bowl for like $18.
Yeah.
I just didn't like just going out the can.
I had a long. I had fun plating them with adding alcohol, salt, and rice. The rice is rubber. Alright, well, I'm going to try that. It's just I had something already rolling. I really don't smoke that much. I'm surprised. Yeah, you'd be surprised. I really don't smoke
Thanks, Diane.
No problem, boy. Oh, yeah,
Yeah. Alright, have a good night.
Well, if I can give you any suggestion, Bones, get out of New York and get down to Florida and farm those bass down in Florida. Or, I don't even want to tell you to go to San Joaquin Valley because the fishing is so sporadic over there. You know, you might not get your fish keep. But if you go to Florida and you farm those bass down there in Florida, they're a lot easier to catch than the fish in New York, and they're a lot more money. So, you know, I don't know how big your stringer is, Bones. How big is your stringer? You have a 200, like 110-pound stringer, or you have a 220? Right. Well, my suggestion, Bones, if I can give you any suggestion to you, do not buy a fish hut until you hit level 40. Buy a stringer, buy the 220-pound stringer, and then from the 220-pound stringer, then you're going to upgrade to the fish castle, which is what I got. Right, right. Well, check and see how much the stringer is, because you need that 220-pound stringer. That should be the first thing on your priority list, is the stringer. And then enough money to go to New York. I don't know what kind of rods you got. I don't know how much money you got. But you only need one rod and reel to go farm those bass in Florida. You only need one rod and reel, and you can always make enough money over there to to buy another rod and reel so you can go to Michigan. I want to say you want to get the Phoenix 410, I think it's called. I want to say I got like a 4,500 reel on here. No, I'll tell you where to fish. I'll tell you where to fish to catch those bass. Trust me when I tell you. I'll tell you exactly where to catch those bass. And they're really, really easy to catch, bro. Really easy to catch. You buy shiners, and you use shiners, and you catch the shit out of them over there. Oh, okay, okay. Well, if you bought my float setup, well, then that should be the Phoenix with the reel that I got. Give me 1 second. I'm gonna double check and make sure you. Oh, I just got bit. Give me a second. I'm gonna double check. You know, the one thing that I don't like about this lake. Yeah, I'd love to party up, Bones. Sure. Matter of fact, I'll start a party right now and you could just join in. How about that? Come on in.
There's a new pit for you.
So man,
Hey, what's going on? What's going on, Bones? Okay, you say you bought my float setup, huh? When I was getting the catfish, I was catching the big catfish at Michigan. But then I also was catching right, the Phoenix. Let me see. Okay, the Fat Boy. What's the max drag on the Fat Boy spin 5,000? 17. That means you can only put 15-pound line on there. Okay, but you can go down to Florida all day long with that and slay the bass, and you'll get way more XP. Because I went over to where you're at. My buddy was saying, "Man, you got to get down to Florida. These bass are snapping down here. They're a lot more XP. They're a lot more money." And I wind up going down there and spending like 6 or 7 game days down there, which might be like 8, 9 hours, 10 hours down there. And I bought a new rod for Michigan and a new reel, and so I was able to make some money. So you can make money, and whenever you're ready to go down there, I'll be glad to show you where it's at. How much money do you have? Okay. Have you ever streamed before? You've never streamed before? Okay. Because I want to be able to tell you where to catch a fish at, but I can't get out of where I'm at right now. Um, is your Okay, well then this is what we're gonna do right now. We're gonna get you to stream for the first time. Are you under Bones or are you under this name right here? Because if you type your screen name, your PSN name on the bottom of my stream, then I'll go. All you got to do is hit the share button. It's really easy. Are you signed up with YouTube? You might not. Okay, well if you're signed up for YouTube, try this real quick. Just try it one time. Hit the share button on the top left side of the D-pad, and then the thing should come up like YouTube or right, start share play. Okay. Oh, hold on. You're starting share play. You're starting. Are you? No, you're hitting. You got to go to broadcast settings. My bad. Exit out of what you're doing right there. That particular. on the on the left of the D-pad is press. It says share, and then it says, and then like if you broadcast settings, right? And then it should say broadcast like YouTube or if you're signed up. Start your broadcast on YouTube. No, it's not. You don't need no camera. I only use a camera and a mic so people can see me. But yeah, as soon as you get your broadcast up, right, and you type it on the bottom of my stream, then I can go right to your channel immediately, and then I can tell you exactly where to go. Exactly where to go. So you'll be on and cracking then. But yeah, man, I've been telling my guys to get to Michigan. It's a little bit of a grind. If you're over there grinding wildlife in New York, and pikes in New York, man, you need. Right. Are you on premium? Obviously. Well, if that's the case, get to Florida. Quit messing around. You know what I'm saying? For farm them bass, try to get about 3 days in on that premium. Get that bigger fish stringer though. You gotta check. You gotta check the. I don't know how much a fish stringer is. The 220, the 220 or whatever you could buy the biggest one. I'm assuming it's probably going to be about 5 or 6 thousand. I can't remember how much it costs to travel. To travel to Florida, but I can't see it's more than 12,000. The license is like 3 or 4. Right. Right. So, um, but you have definitely you don't necessarily if you have a 154 pound stringer, you could still go over there and grind with that 154, and then as soon as you got that 154 filled, you just keep extending and keep extending, and then when you got enough money to leave, buy the stringer and come back. That's what you do. So let me know when you got that broadcast setting up, and I'll log on and help you out. The process. Okay. Yeah, man, I'm hooked on this game. Everybody says, Mike, what's your objective on this game? Man, my objective on this game, my objective on this game is to catch big fish on light line. That's number one. I want to be on the leaderboards. And I want to do the competitions. In order to do the competitions, you got to have this, you got to have that, you got to have a different stringer, you got to have a different fish keep for some tournaments. um, so my objective is to go into tournaments, be on the leaderboards for big fish. I was on the leaderboard in Florida, number 5 for unique snook that I caught over there. And I was ranked number 5 on the leaderboard. I was kind of happy about that. But see, when you first start out, I wanted to go to Florida. I went to Florida. My buddy Brandon was telling me, yeah, go to Florida, Mike. They got those big fish over there in Florida. Yeah, I went over there and fought a fish for 40 minutes, and then he spit the motherfucking hook because I went over there with the wrong tackle. They got on level 30, 28, 30, whatever it is, 26, they got big enough fish that if you don't have the right equipment, you still gonna get spooled. If you go to Florida, one spot in Florida on that pier right there, you go fish that pier and see if them big old, they look like carp in California. I forgot what they're called out there. No, not tarpon. I forgot. It's like a 3 or 4 letter name. I have to look it up real quick. But you go over there and the snook will spool you. You know what I mean? You get hooked up with a. They do. They do. Once you leave, you're fucked. Once you leave. Well, that's the catch-22 about staying at the lake and making sure that you're all prepared. That you're prepared for 5 days. You gotta go and bring extra line, bring extra hooks, bring extra bait, and make sure that you're prepared to spend that 5 days at the lake to make that profit. And then when your reels get a little worn down, you can stay in the lake if your line is worn down. You just change your line on the lake. But when your reels and your rods start to wear down, that's when you leave. I probably have Abby get out. Quit sniffing for fucking food. Get out. My dog is. My girl made me lunch today, right? I got a pit bull. For some reason, they've been feeding her scraps all the time or whatever, and she's just being a begging bitch lately, man. My girl made me a fucking sandwich today and gave me a couple of pickles and shit. I ate one of my sandwiches and I got up and I don't know what I was doing. Maybe I was fishing or fighting or something like that. I had my sandwich right next to me. That bitch ate my motherfucking sandwich and my pickles. And my motherfucking pickles. And my pickles were on a different plate. Fucking little bitch. Plastic. What kind of dog? Oh, that is hilarious. Ate the plastic and everything, huh? Kid shit, right. That's what you get. That's what you get. You get. Did you, did you have to, fuck, I would assume that you might have had to pull that little plastic out of his butt or something like that. It might have got, he said I ain't full of shit. That's funny. That's what you get, dog. I'm not pulling shit. You better shit it out on your own. Encoding stuff. Encoding software. What the hell is that? Like me, I don't know what you're talking about, really. I mean, I know I set up through YouTube, I set up through Locomotion, and I set up through Twitch. And none of them, I don't remember it being like that. Hey, what's up, Yearly Gaming? How you doing, man? I don't know. Just see what happens. Click on it. Once you're set up, then all you got to do is click share, and boom, it'll go to YouTube, and it'll everything will already be saved. So you'll always be able to click that. You know, I'm wondering, matter of fact, why don't you do this? Why don't you click the share play, or not the share, well, what is it where I can watch you that you did earlier? You went through the chat? Right. Well, why don't we do the share play real quick, and then I'll do it. Why don't we do it that way? Then I'll hook you up like that. So you ain't got to, you could do all of that shit later on, bro. You know what I mean? I don't want to, have you do shit where, I mean, I'll be like, hold on one second. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'll be like, hold on one second, bro. I mean, I ain't doing all of this shit right. Right. I'm just chilling, man. Just like you say you chilling on the stream, I'm chilling, bro. You say you had your day off with your kids and shit. I mean, we're blessed, man. We're blessed. Started and then I'll join you. All right, let me go right here. Hold on. Are you there? Hey, Yearling, I gotta do something real quick, okay, guys? I gotta end my stream real quick so I can do this share play with my man. I'll have the stream back up in about 10 minutes, okay, guys? Yearling, check back in 10 minutes. Whoever's on the stream, check back in 10 minutes, guys. I'll be right back. All right, do me a favor, bro. Send that.